Calisthenics push day, that is what we've got in store for you today. So welcome to this video. I'm going to be doing an 8-week series where I'll be posting every week. So it's ideal for those who are starting calisthenics from scratch. Okay, so the push day, how exciting. Obviously with the standard weightlifting, we've got the bro split, so the push, pull and legs. We could also do the same with calisthenics. I'm just going to be teaching you different pushing exercises that you can do at home. Okay, so you can build the foundations for calisthenics to get that solid base on, so that way when you move on to the more progressive, the more advanced exercises, you ain't gonna struggle because you've got solid foundations. Okay, so we're gonna start off with just the push-up, the different progressions that you can use to get your first push-up, to then, you know, improving your numbers. And for those of you who are on different end of the spectrum, so if you could already do like 20 reps of push-ups, like smash them out. I'm going to show you like a couple of exercises that you can do to get stronger and challenge yourself a little bit more. So essentially, we're in my kitchen, nice and simple. I was going to do it at the gym actually, or do it outside, but it's just a bit cold. And you know, since it's calisthenics, it's more practical to do it at home because anytime, anywhere, baby. All right, so let's do the first push-up. All right, so when starting off with the push-up, okay, if you cannot do yet a push-up, we're gonna be utilizing negatives. I feel like doing negatives is the best form of training to help you to unlock specific move. So when it comes to push-up, we're gonna be doing negative push-up. And when it comes to pull-ups, for example, negative pull-ups. This even works the same for the more advanced skills such as the muscle up. So when I first got my muscle up, right, what exercise drills that I used, I did negative muscle up. Same with front lever, same with handstand push up. Negatives are the way. So essentially what we're gonna be doing is get on all fours, okay? So shoulders stacked on top of your wrists. Now, when you're coming down, right, people make the mistake of flaring their elbows out like this. Okay, and this is gonna put your shoulders in an uncompromised position, which could cause niggles down the line. So when coming down, I'd like you to keep your elbows close to your torso, so that way, you know, you're not gonna be doing nothing funny with your shoulders, all right? And this is a more ideal position to do it. Okay, so on all fours, my core is engaged, my glutes is engaged, okay? And I'm gonna lower down at a count of 3 to 5 seconds, okay? Touch your chest to the ground, push back on the knees, and then back up, okay? Core tight. Right, so what people usually do wrong is they're in a push up like this. Yeah, and when you see that little arch in the back, that shows that your core is not engaged. So what you wanna think about is pulling your belly button back towards your spine and pushing your glutes down forward. Okay, so here, belly button back towards the spine, pushing your glutes forward, creating that straight line. So we're going to be doing this for about 3 to 5 reps. Let's go for 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's say that's 1. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. One more. 1, 2, and 3. That's 3. Awesome. Wasn't so bad, was it? So up next, we've got knee push-ups. All right. So by putting your knees down on the ground, you're going to take load away from the upper body muscles. So the primary muscles are your chest, your front shoulders, and your triceps. So this is going to take the load away a little bit, and it's going to make the movement a little bit more easier. So bearing in mind, keeping the elbows close in towards your torso, core tight. Let's do about 5 reps together. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And guys, tempo is such a great tool to help you to get stronger as well, because by adjusting the speed, okay, you can be training for explosiveness, you can be training for strength, you can be training for more muscular control. So doing these exercises right now at this specific progression, you could even slow it down a little bit more. Obviously with the negative push-up, the slower it is, the harder it becomes. Same with this, so adjust it accordingly. Okay, so the first 2 exercises, I'd bang out about 4 sets each, in no particular order. Now, moving on, if you can do maybe 1 to 2 push-ups, or even, you know, less than 10, let's say, you can do that for now, okay? So we're gonna do, let's say I can do about 5 push-ups, okay? And I can't do any more. You can then drop down to your knees to do knee push-ups to, you know, increase the tension on those muscles, which will inevitably build them and get you stronger. Okay, so let's do 5 together. I'm going for my max here, guys. Let's go. So 1, 2, another thing, breathing. Inhale as you come down, exhale as you come up. 4, 5. Okay, can't do any more. Drop to the knee. Let's go for another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh boy. Whew. Okay, so 4 sets each, and you can do this. So you can do 1 day, rest 1 day, and then do it again the next day. Or you can even do it all in one go, 3 days in a row, or even 5 to 6 days in a row, but I'd like you to have at least 1 day of rest where you're doing nothing. But with the exception of you can do some stretching, okay, that's also good as well. I try to have 2 dedicated stretching days. I spend about 20 minutes doing a full body stretch. I just go on YouTube, do a follow along video from, to name a few, Tom Merrick. He's really good. That's the only one really that I can remember. But Tom Merrick, he's got good flexibility stuff. He's a calisthenics dude as well, and I highly look up to him. So check him out for stretching and mobility, and even handstand stuff. Right, so for those who can do the push-up and you wanna up it a notch, I'm gonna give you 3 exercises, progressions from the push-up. That way you can get even more stronger. The first one, diamond push-ups. Now, if you're training for aesthetics, if you're training to look good, if you want to feel proud and confident of your upper body physique, you've got to try out your diamond push-up. Diamond push-up obviously is known for building up your triceps because, you know, your base is much more smaller in comparison to standard push-up, which will, you know, put more isolation on the triceps. But the key thing with this is I like to squeeze my chest more at the top. So I'm squeezing, boom, like that. I can feel it much, much more, okay? So let's go for, let's say 5 diamond push-ups, and we're squeezing right at the top, okay? So hands together at the center of your chest. Look at those triceps, bro. I'm down, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Next progression, we've got the pike push-ups. Another great exercise. Now, if you're looking to build up your super crazy shoulder strength or pushing strength, overall, pike push-up is great, and also it will help to build up that foundation for the handstand as well, and the handstand push-up. With the pike push-ups, you're going to be creating an inverted V shape with your body. So, get into a push-up position, walk your feet towards your hands to create an inverted V. Go on your tippy toes, push through your shoulders. We're going to lean forward, touch your nose to the ground, push up, tuck your ears in between your head, okay? What I see people do is they do their push-up like this. Looks like a push-up, but we're going to be doing pike push-up. So when you push in, tuck your head in to get that extra range of motion. So the rep range is 5 to 8 reps for 4 sets. Try to come on your tippy toes if you can to push more weight on the shoulders. And the final exercise, we've got the pseudo planche push-up. This one is great for building the strength for the planche, and it's so crazy because it's going to help you build that relative strength. So how strong you are relative to your body weight, okay? So for those of you who don't know, absolute strength is comparing how much your weight, your body weight, you can push with an external force. So like how much can you bench, okay, with your body weight. So that's absolute weight, okay? But relative strength is obviously what can you do with your body considering how much you weigh. So let's say I'm 63 kilos, which I'm not, and I can hold a planche. Relative strength is quite strong, okay? Right, anyways, let's not get off topic here. Let's do the pseudo planche push-up. So when doing this, okay, we rotate our hands outwards 45 degrees and watch your thumb, it goes forward, okay? My reasoning for this is that it will give you greater range of motion on your wrist, because here you can move forward and you can move back a bit more easier, yes? Like this. But whereas if your wrists are forward like this, you're gonna be stuck. Try it with me. Put your hands on the ground, lean forward. Oh, that hurts, okay? Which is why I highly recommend you use either a powerlet or you rotate your hands out like this. And keep your hands just a bit wider than shoulders width. We're gonna externally rotate our elbows forward. So this is gonna be pointing forward. Extend your feet back, okay? We're gonna give it a little slight lean forward. Push your shoulder blades away from each other, so rounding that back. And then we're gonna squeeze your butt. We're gonna lower down, keeping your scapula protracted. Touch your nose, come back up. Keeping your core, glutes tight. Lower down, come back up. Now this is relatively easy for me because my hips are quite far away from my hands. Now, to make this more harder, the more you lean forward, okay? So let's say about here, this is where my hips are stacked on top of my wrist. I'm gonna struggle a lot more. When you're externally rotating your elbow joint forward, this is gonna engage the front delts a lot more, which is heavily used for the planche, handstand push-up. So, oh, I'm out of breath here. So if you're really good with pseudo planche push-ups, your handstand push-up game is gonna be crazy. So rep range for this is 5 to 8 reps for 4 sets. Oh mate, hopefully you've enjoyed that. Pretty much you can do a push-pull leg day split with calisthenics, or even an upper body, lower body day split for calisthenics. It's completely up to you. Again, it's your body, so you will have to decide which split is best for you, okay? From my personal point of view, when I started calisthenics, I did upper body, lower body split, because legs was not really my main priority. Now, I'm not ashamed to say it, because it's not. It's not my main priority, but if you think about doing the muscle up, right? You're gonna be doing both the pull and the push in one single motion from the bottom of the bar all the way to the top. That's the muscle up. So it makes sense for you to train both pull and push at a single time. I even superset my pull and push. What I mean by that is, let's say the first exercise I'll do a pull up superset with push-ups. 5 pulls, 10 push-ups, 4 sets. Just to mimic the muscle up. Because the muscle up essentially is the gateway exercise for all the other skills. Now, if you're an experienced calisthenics athlete, you would know this. When you get your first muscle up, you'll be like, oh my God, that was so crazy. You get people looking at you, admiring you, and you think, oh, I'm hungry for more. What's the next skill? Okay, the back lever, the front lever pull-ups, handstand push-up, planche, one-arm handstand. Yeah, so the list goes on and on. And when it comes to training split, it's completely up to you. I know some people who are super strong and they're doing push-pull legs. Whereas me, I do upper body, legs. Now, if you're more skill focused, you could even do straight arm and bent arm. Essentially what that means is straight arm is like you doing a tuck front lever hold. You doing tuck front lever raises, planche lean. Okay, so anything that involves your arms being straight, or you do a bent arm session, so like anything that involves your bending your arms, so like front lever pull-ups, pseudo planche push-ups, switching between those two. So find your flow, guys, and let me know in the comments what split you're going for. Let's support each other all the way through the end. So this is the first series of the starting calisthenics from scratch, the push day, And then in the next video, it will be a pool day. So I'm gonna be out in my garden, or either in my garden or in the gym. Hopefully the weather's not too cold. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.